Hello and welcome to traders and investors, and I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. And we're starting with the major, EURUSD. Demetrius Tapas describes.
EURUSD is trading at around 1.1419 during the European session, showing recovery after reaching the 5-8 mirror level at around 1.1352. This support gave the euro a good bullish push, but we now see signs of exhaustion. If euro continues to rise, we could expect it to face the strong resistance at 6-8 mirror level, around 1.1474, that has served as a barrier for the euro in the past. Therefore, we believe that if the price reached this level, it will be seen as an opportunity to sell. On the other hand, if the euro undergoes a technical correction and consolidates below 1.1400 and 1399, where the 21 SMA is located, it's a sign line on a graphic, it could be seen as a signal to sell, with targets at 200 EMA, around 1.1278, or at the bottom of the uptrend channel. US employment data will be released this Friday and could generate strong market volatility, so we should be alert to potential resistance and support levels, which could provide an opportunity to buy or sell over the next few days. The EURUSD indicator is showing a negative signal for the euro, suggesting a possible fall in the coming days. Therefore, our outlook remains bearish as long as the price consolidates below the psychological level of 1.1500.
Let's trade with the MACD indicator. It's time for GBPUSD. Jakub Novak presents.
Today, you could plan to buy the pound at the entry point around 1.3566. It's a green line on the chart, aiming for a rise toward 3610. Around 3610, you could plan to exit long positions and open short positions in the opposite direction, targeting a move of 30-35 pips in the reverse direction. Expect a substantial rise in the pound only after solid economic data. Before buying, make sure that the MACD indicator is above the zero line and moving upward. You could also plan to buy the pound today in case of two consecutive price tests of 1.3539. When the MACD indicator is in an oversold area. This will limit the pair's downward potential and lead to an upward reversal. Expect a rise toward the opposite levels 1.3566 and 3610. You could plan to sell the pound after the 1.3539 level is broken, which should lead to a quick decline in the pair. The main target for sellers will be 1.3504, where we could plan to exit short positions and immediately open longs, targeting a move of 20-25 pips in the reverse direction. Selling the pound can be considered after a failed attempt to break above the daily high. Before selling, ensure that the MACD indicator is below the zero line and just beginning its downward move. You could also plan to sell the pound today in case of 2 consecutive price tests of 1.3566 price level, when the MACD indicator is in an overbought area. This will limit the pair's upward potential and lead to a downward reversal. Expect a decline toward the opposite levels of 35.39 and 35.04.
That's all for today. Wish you best of luck.